In this video, we're gonna walk through a value add apartment and see what investors can do to lift the rent. What's going on, everyone? This is Leor with Engel and Volker. So for this week's video, what I thought I would do is I'd walk through actually multifamily, one of the units, and really check out what value add is all about, right? Because the big thing everyone talks about is doing value add apartments where you can go in and do some renovations to the unit to increase the rent. So this is a 3-unit building in Dorchester. So what I thought I'd do is walk you guys through it, see how a lot of investors think about value add, some ideas that you can have for you. And obviously I'm doing this selfie style. I usually don't do these, but since I'm here, let's get to work. So this is a 2-bed, 1-bath. So I'm walking right now between the bedrooms, and you can see right now, the walls here need a little love. So, since this is going to be good rental units, what I would probably think about doing is just repainting basically the whole apartment. You can see I got an old, ugly green color right there. These bedrooms have old carpet too. I'd probably just rip them right apart. If they've got a subfloor underneath, I'd consider doing like vinyl, cheap vinyl, which is a lot cheaper than hardwood. The hallways do have hardwood, as you can see. You can refinish that, and then again, now it comes a little bit to investor taste. Some people would put in hardwood where the carpet is. Some people would go cheaper on vinyl. The nice thing about hardwood is it'll last you for a really long time, right? But the nice thing about vinyl is it's a lot cheaper. So this is kind of a personal investment decision that you got to make. The other thing for this kind of unit, you can see right behind me, is the old baseboard. You can see it's kind of a little beat up. I would probably budget on replacing that, and it's actually, once we walk across the unit, you'll see it's a little beat up everywhere. So I would definitely budget on replacing the baseboard. So we got the refinishing the floors, we got replacing the carpets. The other thing I always look for, it's a little hard to tell in video, is slants on floors, especially with old multifamily buildings. You never know if it's truly a structural issue. You don't know if it's just, an old building that's settled, because most of these buildings are from the early 1900s. So they've been here for a long time. So they're, sometimes they settle and slope, but sometimes you've got a real structural issue. So for that, I would always advise the contractor, right? You really want to know if there's any major structural work, because that is a big job. Kitchen now, you can see these cabinets are actually not too bad. These are the old cabinets, actually really, really good. The old cabinets that they made back in the day are really good quality. I would probably just fluff them, maybe paint them or something, and keep them as is. Definitely replace this counter. It's old, throw in a slab of granite, will last you for a really long time. I definitely change out these appliances. You can go to Best Buy. They've got like programs like the open box program where you can get brand new appliances that were just returned for like 75 cents on the dollar with warranties. So, really easy stuff, that can make the unit look really, really nice. I'd probably retile this kitchen. This is kind of old, crappier tile. It's kind of what you see every day if you look at a lot of multifamilies. The other thing I would always look at, you can see right behind me, is the electrical panel. So now we're getting into a little bit of the bigger stuff. This electrical panel, as you can see right here, is actually not too bad. I typically look for a 100 amps coming in, so that tenants can use a bunch of breakers without the electricity getting kicked off. So this panel is pretty good. And one other room right here is the living room I'm walking into. Again, kind of similar. Replace the baseboard, probably get rid of this carpet, put in either vinyl or hardwood, depending on what you wanted to do. So these are kind of the cosmetic things. We've talked about bigger stuff before on other videos, like foundation, like the electrical, which I just talked about. The other thing we definitely got to look back is at the plumbing, which we'll do in another video. But yeah, this is just how a lot of value add investors think. Just what are the cheapest and most cost efficient repairs I can make to, get the unit turned around, make it look nice, and get it rented. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you got any questions or comments below.